How do the homeless cook free raw turkeys given out during charity events? I used to work at a shelter, and one of my most vivid memories of that time was finding a raw turkey in a storage locker on the last day of November. But really, most people taking turkeys are either housed or will be cooking at someone else's house. As mentioned in another comment, people who are truly outdoors will usually go to a community dinner instead. They don't. Usually homeless people are fed in the moment, soup kitchen style. Raw turkeys are given to low-income people with some form of housing. It's still true that their lengthy cooking times could cause a bit of a strain on the gas or electric bills, or they might not have the appropriate piece of cookware for such a large bird. Small town of about 500 people. We used to have a turkey and ham raffle, bingo, game night. You could go play games and win either 12 pounds ham or turkey. I was so proud that I won a turkey at like 12. It took me many years to realize that this was gift as much as a game. They bulk bought the meat, so it was pretty cheap. And then people who really needed the food could play more and get enough to fill their freezer for the winter. They had it pretty dialed in with how many people showed up every year. Low-income people probably got something to cook with. Homeless people, I don't know. Maybe shelters roast them? Those drives are not only for the homeless. It's also for the less fortunate or those unable to buy a turkey for their family. Oil drum and a grate with a stick. They take it to a family house that they hope will share a plate of food with them. Friend, sister, someone they know. Homeless family friend. Goes to food pantry. Brings me raw meat and veggies. He keeps cans. Items he can eat without cooking. He shows up about supper time a few times a week. Not a problem to hand a plate of food to him. All he has is a moped-type vehicle. But he attached a big container to the back, so he can manage to transport most of what the food bank people give him. Just because they're low income doesn't mean they don't have an oven. Not all poor people are homeless. Most turkeys for homeless people go to soup kitchens, not tents. My mother-in-law runs a food pantry and I help with the Thanksgiving distribution. 215 families came last year. 214 of them got a turkey breast, for houses of 1 or 2, chicken, or ham. The one who didn't is the only homeless one, and they only wanted canned goods. They didn't want to take anything they couldn't cook. The most appreciative people there were this couple with the least. Out of the other 214, most of them drive a better car than me. The food pantries near me, you have to have proof of residence to get meat and anything refrigerated. They give homeless other things, or they also feed them at the convention center. These aren't for homeless, rather for low-income people who would otherwise not have the funds to buy their own turkey. That said, there are also turkey dinners for homeless people, which you may be thinking of. My family can't get one. Loudly crying, it's not just for homeless people. Husband lost job, we are charging a turkey this year, hoping he's getting a job soon, charging rent. Also, because my husband is a vet, programs won't help us in our state of Virginia. One food bank gave us a box, said it was for a month for 3 people, but when we opened it, it had rotten food in it. No Thanksgiving stuff. Also literally had to trash it, mold on things and rotten fish. I will say a Catholic church was awesome, did give us some eggs and some ground turkey. When things get better, I want to donate to them as a thank you. It's a food pantry. They didn't have much, but they cared. But the realty in our state is a mess. No turkeys for our zip code. Our state is doing it by zip code, and only the rich zip codes gave in. It's staying in zip codes that gave, so they are getting 2 or more, while our area nothing. No equal distribution, and you had to register for other things up to a month ago. Hello credit card, I'm skipping meds already. My husband just found out, said no honey you can't, won't. His retirement can pay the credit card bill but not the other stuff. I'm thankful for that. I plan on trying to fix this for everyone in my zip code if I can, even though I'm sure my spouse will get a job sometime. I live in a low-income area, urban renewal place. It swings from the rich to very low income and middle class, full of veterans and active military and tourists, sometimes even some homeless. Time for my Christmas bonus turkey story. 1985. I'm 20. Working as a night janitor at the big corporate HQ of a chain of gas stations and grocery stores. While going to college. Easy job. Nice people. Christmas rolls around. And everyone gets a turkey. Not a turkey coupon, but an actual frozen turkey in a cardboard box. Some poor schlub in HR gets tasked with distribution of probably a couple of hundred turkeys to the employees. A big chest freezer is involved, and the turkeys are distributed over a week or so. At some point I get the word to go pick up my turkey. I'm a 20-year-old college student. I don't want or need a goddamn frozen turkey. I don't really like turkey. I have no idea how to even cook one. I ignore the turkey call. I work second shift. Don't give it much thought. Next few days has increasingly urgent notes clipped to my time card. Urging, pleading, and finally demanding that I come get my turkey. One day I arrive to work and my irritated supervisor rudely hands me a turkey-sized cardboard box and marches me out to my car and makes me put it in the trunk. I protest, say I don't want it, but that goes nowhere. I now have a dead bird in the trunk of my car. It's winter in MN, so it's not going to thaw, so I basically forget about it. I don't use my trunk much. I ended up pitching a damp, misshapen box in April. Rotisserie over a fire. Trash cans, my guy. Learn about it. You can very easily cook a whole bird spit roast style over an open flame if you're hungry enough. There used to be power outlets just outside City Hall. It was for people on the little tables that had laptops and phones. So many people were using the tables and outlets with crockpots and George Foreman grills that City Hall blocked off the outlets altogether. There's someone on TikTok who shows how they cook meals while being homeless. I don't remember his username. He has a single portable stove burner he carries around and also has one skillet and pot with him. I'm guessing people could be doing that, but I'm not 100% sure if it's common. There are many different methods someone could take being homeless and cooking a turkey. I remember growing up and some parks having built-in barbecue grills, but I haven't seen one in a while, so I don't know how common that is anymore. There are creative ways to do it. The folks getting turkeys are usually either housed or have another place to store and cook it. I did once cook a turkey in a trash can outside once, like some sort of giant beer can chicken, and it simply took forever. My local food pantry has been giving out a gift card to a local store for the last few years, as opposed to a turkey or a voucher for one. This gives folks that don't eat turkey or don't want to cook a whole one more options. And also takes into consideration vegetarians and vegans, I suppose. In one of the places I lived while homeless for a number of years, it was always my job to find a place giving out a Thanksgiving basket or turkey. And then our friend group would use it to cobble together a misfit Thanksgiving somewhere. I do the same thing around Christmas and Easter.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.